21. Alrighty. Let's do it, baby. What's up, everyone? We're going to read off some news here. What's going on, everyone? Hope everyone's having a great Thursday, Sunday. All right, guys. Benjamin active. Rex Burkhead is in a concussion. He is not going to play. Kenny Golladay, inactive. Even if he was playing, he's basically inactive as well, so that's not too big of a deal. Michael Carter, inactive, which gives a boost, obviously, to Zonovan Knight. I think he also has another nickname. I think Ron texted it to me. Bam Knight, they also call him. Cortland Sutton, illness, active for Week 13. Jerry Jeudy, active. Ravens left tackle Ronnie Stanley, inactive, which actually, I know not a lot of people look too deep into like when the old line gets hurt, but Stanley's an excellent offensive lineman, and I think that obviously would impact Lamar Jackson, especially up against a tough Denver defense. Mixon, highly unlikely to play. Zay Jones, chest active. Antonio Gibson, good to go. Debo Samuel, good to go. That's about it for now. That's about it for now. Oh, okay, just kidding. There's more. No, none of this is about offense, so we're all good. All good. I'll read you guys some more news when it comes in. Thank you guys all for joining the chat. Make sure to try to answer as many questions as possible. Please make sure you guys smash the like button on the way in here. Really appreciate it. Today's stream is brought to you guys by BetMGM. We're going to be talking about them a little bit later. The offer that they have given me expires on Sunday, which is today. So if you haven't taken advantage of it, today's the day to do it. So let's read about Josh Jacobs real quick. Death Lord gives us a good point. Look, in my opinion, now look, I'm not a doctor, but last week it seemed like Josh Jacobs might not play, and then he ran for 1,000,000 yards. So the fact that Josh Jacobs isn't 100% good to go doesn't mean to me that he's necessarily in a bad spot. There's optimism that Josh Jacobs will play at 4 o'clock. Jacobs played through his calf issue in overtime against the Seahawks last week to break off an 86-yard run to seal the game. He was limited throughout the week. It is a true game time decision. He appears to be on the right side of questionable. All right. I think he's going to play. I'm just keeping it 100. Pick one. Jeff Wilson, Jameson Williams, Gus Edwards, Latavius, or Chark. So, guys, Jameson Williams is going to play. Jameson Williams is active, but what I will tell you is that I don't think I trust Jameson Williams his first game back. I think it would be a little crazy to play him game 1 back. Prescott, Tua, or Watson. I'm going Prescott. And if I don't answer your question, just make sure you ask again, guys. What's up, Nick? Are we playing P. Ryan in place of Pickens in the flex? Yeah, I would do that. I would play P. Ryan over Pickens and then keep Rashad White in. Thank you for the super chat, Jeffrey. I greatly appreciate it. Mac Hollins or Van Jefferson in PPR? Great question. So Wofford is going to be the quarterback of the 49ers today. Wofford is definitely better than the fuck is the other guy's name? Bryce Perkins. So I wouldn't say that Van Jefferson's necessarily like dead in the fucking water, but I don't love either of these guys. Mac played pretty good last week, but I wouldn't bet on him doing that 2 weeks in a row. So I'm probably just going to go with Van Jefferson. He is the number 1 receiver on the offense. There's no Cooper Kupp. I think Wofford's a slight bump up from what we had originally in Bryce Perkins. So I'm just going to go with Van Jefferson. I think he also has a lot of upside. This game isn't really the hardest of matchups for him. The problem is the team just sucks, right? We just saw the Seattle defense get absolutely fucking clowned. So it is entirely possible that Van Jefferson has quite the good game. So that's my thoughts on things there. Motherfucking problems. Alrighty. Thank you for the super chat, Jeffrey. Who should I start? Prescott, Tua, or Watson? Just need one Prescott. Jameson on a snap count. Yeah. Oh, well, it hasn't been reported that he's on a snap count, but I'm going to tell you right now, if he's not on a snap count, I would be genuinely shocked. That's how I feel about things. If he is not on a snap count, I would be perplexed. Straight perplexed. Good morning. Would you play Slayton? Yeah, I'm fine playing Slayton today. No problem, Jeffrey. Niners defense or the Commanders? I'm going with the Commanders. Wait on Lenny or put in Mostert or Deontay Johnson. Dude, I don't want to risk it with Lenny. I think I'm just gonna go. I think I'm just gonna go with Mostert. Yeah, you know what? Bam, you're right. They're calling him Bam Knight on the app I use to make my fantasy, like my DFS lineups. QB Lamar or Deshaun Flex, ETN or Keenan Allen. Update on ETN. Let's see. Then we'll get to your question, Nick, real quick. Not seeing anything on ETN yet. Let's see here. As expected, Michael Carter out. Yeah, Travis Etienne officially active, so he's good to go. So Lamar or Deshaun, I'm gonna go with Deshaun. I'm gonna be honest with you. This matchup against the Denver Broncos absolutely reeks for Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson hasn't been playing the best recently, and it's just going to get worse. If I'm being honest with you, like it can only. It feels like it's getting worse. Like it feels like this is a matchup where I don't really see him getting significantly better. So I'd probably just go ahead and lean with Deshaun. I know Deshaun's a pretty risky play. Like I'm not telling you guys that he's safe or anything, but I do think that he should have a decent game. I think Deshaun should be able to play well against the Browns. I mean, the Browns are not against the Browns because he's on the Browns now. Against the Texans, the Texans are just so bad. So that's just kind of how I feel. And then ETN or Keenan Allen. I'm going to go Keenan Allen. I do trust ETN somewhat today, but what I will tell you is that I don't trust him enough to play him over Keenan Allen, who I think has an incredible matchup. So we're going to go Deshaun Watson for sure over Lamar, and then Keenan Allen slightly over ETN. But again, I don't know. Like, I'm playing ETN if I had him in a lot of situations, but there's a chance that what happened last week happens again, and it's just too scary for me. Dylan, thank you for the super chat as well. I greatly appreciate it. PPR, 2 running backs, 2 flex. Um, Monty, ETN, Murray, White, Robinson Jr., Godwin, Olave, Wilson, Burks, Van Jefferson, Deontay, and then Bucks or Hawks defense. Great question. So 2 running backs and 2 flexes. Definitely got to go Monty. I like Monty a decent amount this week. I'm not saying he's like my favorite running back on the week, but he is pretty decent. So Monty for sure. Then we're going to go. Oof. We definitely want to load this receivers in the flex. So we're going to go Monty and ETN. It's close between Monty and White. I mean, it's close between ETN and White. All right, I think we're gonna go Monty and ETN again. I don't think ETN's super risky, but I do kind of feel a little bit cautious with it. But I'm still gonna go. Um, Still gonna go ETN and Monty, and then for the flex, pretty easy. You're gonna go Olave and Godwin. I like Garrett Wilson as well, but Godwin got fucking peppered last week. So I expect that to continue. And then Olave is always in a pretty decent situation with the Saints. Like he's just a really good player. Garrett Wilson's also in a good spot. So this is like a loaded question because you have a lot of players that I would consider starting. So again, we're just gonna go with Monty and ETN. I think that's the safest bet at running back. And then we're gonna go Godwin and Olave. I think those are safest flex options. And then for your defense, I'm going Bucks. But Olave can have a decent game, and the Bucks defense can still do good as well. So I'm not too worried about doubling on that. Rip to Jerry or Gary. Sorry if I pronounced his name wrong. Burke, longtime host of Sports Overnight in America. It was a pleasure and a privilege to be a fantasy football guy on the show for 5 years. Oh, Spock, that's terrible, man. That's sad. Just found out the guy I worked with on radio for 5 years just died suddenly. He was a sportscaster for over 30 years. Man, that's terrible, Spock. That's so sad. Hope you're right, Spock. If you worked with the guy for 5 years, I assume you guys have a good connection. Sorry about that. ETN or Zonovan? PPR my flex. Yeah, see, these kind of questions are tough because obviously, like ETN is going to be risky, but at the same time, you are going to feel this is always kind of one of my go-to gut thoughts on things like this. Are you going to be able, Erock, to sleep at night knowing that you started that you started Zonovan Knight over over ETN. I don't think you're going to be able to. I know I wouldn't be able to, especially if ETN had a huge fucking game, which I think is possible, especially because of the matchup. So I'm going ETN over Zonovan for sure. And then keep up the good work. Love your content. Thank you, Sam. I appreciate it. Would you start Justin Fields over Lamar? Also, would you start Rashad with 2A's White or Jeff Wilson? Great question. So my opinion on this is I'm definitely going Fields over Lamar. Again, the matchup is so good for the matchup is really good for Fields up against that defense in Green Bay. Fields also has a lot of rushing upside. Well, so does Lamar, but I think even an injured Fields is better than Lamar in a matchup up against the Broncos defense, which is one of the tougher defenses in my opinion in the NFL. So I'm probably gonna go with Fields pretty easily there, and then I'm going Rashad with 2A's Whites over Jeff Wilson. The Niners have one of the best defenses in the NFL. I will note that I honestly think the way that people are sucking off the Niners defense is a little fugazi because the matchups they have been incredibly soft. Like they don't have the hardest schedule. Now, again, I'm not discrediting the Niners defense. The Niners defense could completely shut down any type of attack that the Miami Dolphins offense has. But I think it's a little fugazi. I'm going Rashad White though, regardless, over Jeff Wilson. The Niners defense is still good, is kind of my point. But I don't think they're as good as people are saying. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead here and go with Justin Fields and then Rashad with 2A's White. Even if Lenny plays, I think Rashad White has a pretty safe floor. Rock out with your cock out. Thank you for the super chat, my man. PPR, 2 running backs, 2 flexes. Pretty simple for me. We're going to flex, or we're going to start Kamara for sure. You can't sit Kamara. Then we're going to go Pacheco. We're going to go Swift and Zay Jones. We're going to sit B-Rob. I think this might be a B-Rob game. But again, Antonio Gibson is healthy. Like, I don't see them necessarily fading completely away from Gibson. Uh, so that's just kind of how I lean. So we're gonna go Kamara, and I think this might be the Swift game. If you don't want to play Swift, which I fully understand, just play Brian Robinson over Swift. Swift is not safe at all. Brian Robinson is safer than Swift at this point. But yeah, I'm going Kamara, Swift, Pacheco, and Zay Jones. Eric, what about Pierce or ETN? Lol, thanks, man. No problem. So my lead on this is I'm going Pierce. Pierce has had so many tough matchups in a row. The Dolphins have one of the best run defenses in the NFL. The Cleveland Browns have one of the worst run defenses in the NFL. And he shit the bed against the Dolphins. I think he should have a pretty solid game here. And this should be not necessarily I don't think this game will be a blowout. Like, I think this game will be close. So Pierce and Pierce or ETN, I'm going Pierce. Again, I think we might regret benching ETN, but at the same time, Pierce and ETN, in terms of skill set alone, I think Pierce and ETN are both, maybe ETN's more talented in your mind, but I think that you can make an argument that Pierce and ETN have a similar talent level. And I don't think that would be a crazy argument to make. So we're gonna go Pierce over ETN again, just because the risk that maybe they just fucking bench Pierce, like they just bench ETN at points for Jermichael Hasty. What's up, Sammy, man? How are you doing? Buffalo War Pigs, baby. They already got their win. Niners defense is the best defense of any team since 2019. Best fantasy run defense. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Doesn't surprise me. Again, their defense is good. They just have had a lot of easy opponents. And I'm not trying to befuddle the 49ers. Like, the Niners are a good team. They're, in my opinion, the best team in the NFC. Daniel, sup, Nick? Dak or Kirk need one running back and a flex. Brian Robinson, Latavius Murray, Gus Edwards, and Mostert. And with Watson back, DPJ worth a start over Smith. I'm still playing Smith over DPJ. I think Smith is a pretty decent play this week. I'm not in love with him, but I do think he's a decent play. So we're going to go with that. We're going to go with Smith over DPJ, and then you need a running back and a flex. We're going to go with, we're going to go Latavius Murray, and then we're just going to flex DPJ. So we're going to go Latavius Murray and then flex DPJ. And then your quarterback, you're going Dak over Kirk Cousins. And then if you need another running back, because say you can't flex DPJ for some reason, I'm going Brian Robinson, Latavius Murray. So my answer is Dak Prescott at quarterback. Your running back is going to be Latavius Murray. Your flex is going to be DPJ. But if you can't flex DPJ, you're going to go with Brian Robinson. Tony, what's up, my man? Full PPR, Pittman or Kamara in the flex. I know Kamara shit the bed a bunch of times in a row, but I frankly don't know how I could roll out Pittman over Kamara. Pittman just seems like he is in such a bad situation. Oh yeah, Tom Pelissero. Ron texted me that Jameson Williams will make his debut, but he's expected to be on a limited snap count. Alrighty. Yeah, so we're on Kamara over Pittman. I just don't know how I could reasonably play Pittman over Kamara at this point. Kamara is one of the more talented running backs in the NFL. I know shit the bet a bunch of times in a row, but like Kamara's bad game is pretty equal to a Pittman just all right game. So that's just how I feel on that. Bones, thank you for the super chat. Conklin or Everett, Pollard or ETN or Pierce, pick two. DeAndre Carter or Burks in the flex. Great question. Definitely gonna go with Everett over Conklin. For sure, Everett over Conklin. That's pretty easy for me. The Chargers offense is really good. This should be a high scoring game. One of the higher scoring games on the slate with the Chargers going up against the Las Vegas Raiders. So definitely going to go with Everett. And then Pollard, ETN, or Pierce. Pollard is one of the most frustrating players because of the offense, not because it's a bad offense, but because of how the offense is ran. Like, in my opinion, I actually think Pollard is one of the best running backs in the NFL in terms of skill set. But the problem is Ezekiel Elliott, that fat bastard, is still going to continue to get carries. And that's just kind of how we are at. So I'm going to go ETN and Pierce on that question. It is kind of toss up between all three though, but ETN and Pierce would be for me. So we're gonna go Everett, ETN, Pierce, and then we're gonna go with Burks over DeAndre Carter. I like Burks a ton this week against Philly. And just so you know, you don't have to super chat for me to answer your question. I'm just answering all the super chats. And I'm getting to the normal questions. CL Sports Card, thank you for the super chat, my man. ETN Cooper or Garrett Wilson. We gotta go Cooper. Gotta go Cooper. This is against the garbage ass Houston Texans defense. This should be a huge game for the Browns. Obviously, we could just see a game where they run the ball a shit ton, which would make sense, right? They're beating the shit out of the Texans. They run the ball a bunch. That makes sense, but I think Cooper could still get his early on to the point where I'm still wanting to start him. Shit, I was tripping. Yeah, so we're gonna go we're going Cooper over all those guys. Cooper and Wilson are close though, but we're going Cooper. Rock out with my cock out says Cousins, Mike Williams, or Derek Carr. This is a great question. Cousins is the safest option of the three, right? You play Cousins. I talk about this all the time, so you guys have heard this probably roughly fucking 70,000 times. But Cousins is one of those guys you throw in your lineup. He never really wins you your week. He never really fucks you over, right? He's never going to be the reason why you win your week, but he's also probably never going to be the reason why your team shits the bed and isn't able to do anything. So that's kind of how I feel on that. Okay, let me break this down a second. One second. Oh my god, I can't type in the morning, guys, on my phone. So again, when it comes to Cousins, he's very safe. Mike White is the exact opposite. Cousins has a bad matchup against the Jets. I'm going Derek Carr again. I really do like this matchup against the Chargers. I think this is going to be one of the higher scoring games on the slate. So we're going to go with Derek Carr pretty easily for me out of all three of them. So that is my bet on that would be Derek Carr over Mike White and Kirk Cousins. Ashley, thank you for the super chat. Best one for the flex: Zay, Lockett, Pacheco, Gus, half PPR. Thanks. Great question. Great question. So, I like Pacheco a lot this week. I think he's in a good game against the Chiefs, not against the Chiefs, against the Bengals. Sorry, guys. In the morning, like when you guys catch me here in the morning, this is like the least sharp I ever can be. So we're gonna go. We're gonna go Lockett here. I like Pacheco a lot. I don't like Gus. I think Zay Jones is a good spot, but we're gonna go Tyler Lockett. I think Lockett has a boom game this week and heavily carries some teams to some great finishes this week. So that's how I feel on things. We're gonna go with we're going Tyler Lockett. If I said Zay Jones on accident before that, that was wrong. I like Lockett a bunch this week. I think Lockett smashes this week. He's in a good matchup as well. So we're Lockett out of Lockett, Zay Jones, Pacheco, Gus. Roderick, thank you for the super chat, my man. Palmer or Pittman at the flex? I'm going Palmer. Pittman is definitely safer. Like Palmer might score 4 points, but he could also score 25 points. Whereas I think Pittman's either going to score like 9 points or 15. So I just think the ceiling's a little bit higher for Palmer. And I like the matchup better. So Palmer. Brian says, start two, Debo, Zeke, or Miles Sanders. So Debo is playing in this game against the Dolphins banged up. I assume the Miami Dolphins are going to put our best defender on so X is going to be on Debo. Debo has not been like, look, I'm not trying to be mean to Debo. I think Debo is one of the best receivers in the NFL. He just hasn't been scoring the touchdowns he scored last year. Last year he scored a shit ton of touchdowns, and that's what boosted his fantasy value. He's still running the ball a lot. He's actually on pace to have a similar amount of targets, receiving yards, all that shit that he had last year in this like historic season. But the thing is, this year we drafted him in the second round, and he hasn't been scoring as many touchdowns, and that's really deflated his fantasy value. So I'm gonna go Zeke and Miles Sanders. Call me crazy. Pierce or Gus? Definitely gonna go Pierce, Mr. Ness. Gotta go Pierce. I don't trust Gus Edwards really worth shit, to be completely honest with you. So that's just the way we're gonna lean here. I'm trying to find the fucking DFS lineup that I liked, and I can't find it anymore. But yeah, we're going Pierce over Gus. I don't trust Gus. The Bucks, not the Bucks. The Broncos defense is tough. And Gus is just in a backfield with Kenyon Drake. I know Dobbins is going to play, but like, and Lamar is there. It's just a tough situation to play any week. And Pierce is in a good matchup here. Uh, Garza's finest. Hit that like button. Make sure you do. Garza's finest. Thank you for the super chat, my man. Non PPR T Law, Watson, or Dak, and then Elliott or Pacheco. Thank you. No problem. Pretty easy here. I love T Law this week and Watson and Dak, but we're gonna go with we're going um we are going to go. Fuck, we're gonna go Dak. That was my answer there. I like Dak a ton this week. I'm a big fan of all three of these guys though. Dak, Watson, and Law. T Law this week. And then in terms of the running back, we're going Zeke. Again, I fucking hate Ezekiel Elliott, but in terms of actually have to plan. And then, yeah, so we're going to go Dak because of the matchup Dak has on a primetime game. Dak has been really consistent. And then Ezekiel Elliott again because Ezekiel Elliott keeps getting more volume than he should. And that I would be shocked to see that change. So we're going to go Zeke and then Dak. And then Billington Bozeman says Najee, Juju, Rashad White, or Pacheco. Great question. I'm going Juju. If you don't want to be risky, go Rashad White. Kind of my breakdown on that. Juju is pretty risky because he was on a snap count last week. I think he'll be on a snap count yet again this week. I don't think he'll be on a snap count this week, but I can't be 100% sure about that. I can't stand here and tell you guys that it's a 100% lock that we end up seeing Juju out there at his normal workload. Because if he is at his normal workload, he will be a top 12 receiver, guaranteed in this game. I can guarantee you he will be if they are playing Juju at his normal workload. That's just how I feel about that. So we're gonna go Juju, but if you don't want to play Juju, which I understand, go with Rashad White. Thank you for all the super chat, guys. Ashley super chatted again. Thank you for being here for us, Nick. Thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate that. Try my best to be here on time every Sunday. I got a comment. Someone commented on the stream last time and said that they enjoyed the stream, but I shouldn't necessarily do the 20-second intro thing for like SEO purposes. The reason why there's a 20-second intro on these streams is so that I can sit down and pull every single piece of information up that I need. It's not just because I want you guys to sit here for 2 minutes without me. And I think it also looks pretty professional. I'm not calling that person out. I'm just telling you. I don't think I responded to them. I was just giving them the answer here if they're watching. So thank you, Ashley. I really appreciate that. Pick 2 wide receivers and 1 flex. Higgins, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Gus Watson. Very simple. Very, very simple. Even with Jamar Chase back, I'm going Garrett Wilson. I'm not, or yeah, Jesus Christ, guys. That was not what I meant to say. Not what I meant to say at all. What I meant to say was that it's pretty easy for me. Jamar Chase is going to be back, but I still trust T. Higgins a ton. And then I trust Amon-Ra St. Brown a bunch, so I like Amon-Ra. Got to play him. So Higgins, ASB, and then Watson. Watson is on this crazy streak, and I'm someone who doesn't just abandon a streak. Like I'm someone who, hey, this player's hot. Let's ride with him. Broncos country, let's ride. You know what I'm saying? Like he's fucking playing well. We're gonna continue to ride with him. So we're going with him. So we're gonna go Higgins easily, Amon-Ra St. Brown easily, and then between Gus and Watson, I think it's pretty easy to go with Watson. 127 entertainment, two running backs, please. Swift, J. Will, Pacheco, Wilson Jr. Pretty easy for me. We're gonna go Jamal Williams. Got to go Jamal Williams. I trust Jamal Williams with my life at this point. This guy is just every week it's the same shit. Touchdown, touchdown, this, that, the other thing. It's crazy. And if you guys remember in the offseason, sorry about that. I was a humongous fucking Jamal Williams guy. I didn't end up actually drafting him on any of my teams, of course, but I was a big Jamal Williams guy. He's on all my best ball teams. He's been incredible. So Jamal Williams for sure. And then it's really the question of how much do you want to trust a matchup? Because Jeff Wilson, like Spock has said, has a fucking dick cheese matchup, an all-time bad matchup, a scary matchup for Wilson because the Niners defense is tough, but it's also a revenge game spot. And I also have a decent amount of trust in in Wilson. But Pacheco's got a good matchup. We're just gonna go Jameson Williams and Pacheco. We're gonna keep it simple. Not Jameson Williams, Jamal Williams and Pacheco. Henry, thank you for the super chat. Pick 2 and 1. So you got Sanders, Pierce, and Pierce. Sanders, Piron, and Pierce. Sorry about that. And then Jimmy G or Cousins. Pretty easy for me. I like Cousins and Jimmy G pretty evenly, and I even compared them in the quarterback video to being pretty similar in my opinion. And I think a lot of people would agree with me on this sentiment. The Jimmy G and Cousins are, again, these guys that you play. They never fuck you over, but they never really win you your week, right? We did see a great game out of we saw a really good game out of Cousins a couple weeks ago, and we've seen a good game out of Jimmy G in Mexico. But again, I'm not. And Josh Jacobs is going to play. I'm going with Cousins over Jimmy G. I just trust Cousins slightly more than Jimmy G. And then I'm going with P. Ryan and Sanders. Sanders and P. Ryan, and then Cousins. Roma, thank you for the super chat. Roma's question is, Paris Campbell or Chris Moore? Biggest ceiling? Campbell has the biggest ceiling. Chris Moore's a decent player, so I'm not trying to drag him through the fucking dirt because I think he's a decent player. I just think I'd rather lean Paris Campbell, who we've seen put up numbers with Matt Ryan. So we're gonna go. We're gonna go Paris Campbell over Chris Moore easily. Again, I just think Campbell has more upside. Machiavelli, Nico Collins, or Slayton. I'm going with Slayton, even though Slayton's coming into the week. I believe he has an illness, but I think he's gonna be good to go. I'm playing him with confidence over Nico Collins. I think Nico Collins is a decent player. So we're gonna go Slayton for sure over Nico Collins. I'm not playing. I don't really want to play Nico Collins. I don't want to play any of these Texans guys besides Pierce. So we're gonna go Slayton. Thank you. No problem, man. What's up, Nick? Pick 2 running backs in a flex: Keenan, Ayuk, Rashad, Devontae, P. Ryan, Chubb, Henry, Conklin, Moreau, Everett. So we're gonna go Chubb, Keenan, Devonta Smith. No. Keenan, Ayuk, Chubb, Everett. Back goes boys. Pick 3: Rashad White, Garrett Wilson, Pickens, Burks, Pacheco, Jeff Wilson, and Latavius Murray. Garrett Wilson, Burks, Pickens. Pittman or Montgomery? Montgomery. Ken Walker, Pierce, Debo. Oh, fuck, dude. You have so many good options. Walker for me. Jesus says Brian Robinson, Patterson, Gus Edwards, Deontay Johnson, or Judy. Where to go, B-Rob? Pick 3. Jacobs, Walker, CMC, Chubb. We're gonna go Jacobs, CMC. We're gonna go Jacobs, Walker, Chubb. Cordero, Devontae Smith, Sutton or Boyd, Sutton, Watson or Knight, Watson. Pick 2, full PPR. Swift, Knight, Jeff Wilson or Gus Edwards, Wilson and Knight. Started Diggs. I need a wide receiver 2 and a flex. Jamar and Palmer. I need a running back 2 and a flex. Ayuk and Rashad White. No, Torres. What's up, Chris? How you doing, man? P. Ryan, Gus Edwards, or Uncle Lenny. Leaning P. Ryan. I'm leaning P. Ryan as well. Pick 1, Lamar Jackson or Rodgers or Derek Carr. Thank you, no problem. Debo or Joshua Palmer. Herbert or Burrow. Joe Shiesty. Joe. Mostert or Algier. Mostert. RB2 and a flex. Pollard, Zeke, Jamal, and Zeke. Lamar Jackson, Trevor Lawrence, Dameon Pierce, Jamal Williams. We're going to go Jamal Williams. No, we're going to go Jamal Williams, and then we're going to go Trevor Lawrence. Nick, get up there, my boy. Juju or Palmer, starting Watson, and all hail the Gypsy King. Yeah, I didn't watch his fight yesterday. I knew he was fighting. I knew he was going to win, so I didn't even watch it. That might be a crazy thing to say, but sometimes I feel like in boxing, you just know. Like, I just knew in my balls that he was going to win that fight. Like, I just knew deep down. So I didn't even bother watching. Shout out to my boy Tyson, though. I'm going Juju over Palmer, but Palmer's safer. What's up, Nick? Pick 2 running backs, wide receivers, and a flex. Keenan, Ayuk, Rashad, Devontae, P. Ryan, Chubb, Henry. My fault. I messed up the question. Oh, okay. 2 running backs. Oh, so pick 4, 2 running backs, a receiver, and a flex. Easier question now. So we're going to go Chubb and Henry, Keenan Allen, Ayuk, and P. Ryan. Juju or Ayuk, flex, full PPR, thanks. Ayuk. I need 2 running backs and or RB2 and a flex. I'm going to Ayuk and White. Pick 1, Cole Kmet, Foster, Moreau, Tyler Conklin. I'm going Moreau. Christian Watson over Godwin or Keenan Allen. I would play JT over ETN, and I'm going to play Godwin and Keenan Allen over Watson. RB, start 1, flex 1. I'm going P. Ryan and Monty, keeping things safe. I'm playing Metcalf and Lockett. Bad idea, or should I play? No. Play both of them. Kamara or P. Ryan? P. Ryan. Never mind. Oh, okay. If you start 1, Peoples Jones or Michael Gallup, Peoples Jones, Tony Pollard, Christian Watson, or Zay Jones. Need a big week to make the playoffs. Christian Watson, Jeff Wilson, or White. I would go with White. I moved so far in time. If MVS has a good game and I don't play him today, I'm gonna fucking Kermit. Have you guys ever seen that video where it's fucking Kermit the Frog and it's like I'm going to Kermit and it's Kermit the Frog fucking suiciding off the top of a building is the funniest video I've ever seen. I don't know why I find that so funny. It's also because of the noise he makes. It's like ah, but it's like in the Kermit the Frog. I am Kermit the Frog. I can't do his voice. Sounds like Patrick Mahomes. Bucks or Browns for the defense? Browns. Pick 1, full PPR, Lockett, Tony Pollard, Antonio Gibson, or Jeff Wilson. Tony Pollard, Antonio Gibson, or Jeff Wilson. Lockett. Gonna go Lockett. P. Ryan, Gibson, Nico, pick 2, first 2. Dak or Watson, Dak. Lamar Jackson, Rodgers, or Carr. Pick 3. 2 wide receivers and a flex. I'm gonna go DPJ, Zay Jones, and Wilson. White or Elliott for the flex? Elliott. Dak or Carr? Dak. Bam Knight, DPJ, Slayton. Bam Knight. Sutton or Pacheco? I'm going Pacheco. You don't see anyone beating Tyson Fury? I don't either. But I mean, that was just a fight where it was kind of like Fury was minus 2,000. Minus 2,000. Minus 2,000. What did we expect? Like, how can you, like, of course you can watch that and, like, understand that he might have a big game or like, he might fight really well. The other guy might be able to somehow knock him out or something, but I don't know. Man. I just think I don't think that guy was even remotely the competition that that could have been sought out for, right? That could have been a much better fight. There could have been someone else he could have fought. You have to think. He fucking dummied that guy. I watched the highlights. Trevor, Gino, Trevor, Jeff Wilson or Josh Palmer, Palmer, and then Pierce. What's up, Nick? Pierce, Deontay Johnson, or Kyron Williams at the flex? Pierce. Bam Knight. Bam Knight, Sanders, Wilson, pick 2. Bam Knight and Sanders. Lamar, Fields, Fields. Jamal Williams or Pierce. Pierce, Evans or Burks, Evans. Seahawks. Oh, is Lattimore playing, guys? Marshawn Lattimore. Oh, we don't know. Don't know. Lattimore can play. We'll see if he can play. I don't think he's going to play. We're going Evans. Seahawks or Eagles defense? Seahawks. Pick 2, AJ, Dillon, Najee, or Cordell Patterson. I'm going Patterson and Najee. Thoughts on Lamar Jackson rest of the season? I like Lamar rest of the season. I just don't love this matchup. Is Rashad White a good start? Yes. Pray for Joe Mixon. Mixon's out. So Edwards. Bam Knight, Patterson. I think I already answered this one. Sanders and Bam Knight. Tua without his 2 starting tackles are T-Law, T-Law. First, flex 1, Monty or Keenan Allen. I'm going Keenan Allen. If Mixon is out, oh, the Joker. Just so you know, I'm not skipping questions. I'm literally just like, there's so many questions that come onto the screen, and we're also live streaming on 2 different channels. So there's people on there's 104 people on Notorious Fantasy by Stokastic, 24 people right now on Stokastic Fantasy Football. So I'm clicking through 2 different chats, clicking through the screen. I'm not trying to skip anyone, just so you know. I would never purposely skip someone. I appreciate all of you guys that show up to the chat. So I would never come on here trying to fucking screw any of you guys over, especially since a lot of people that watch these videos watch a lot of the videos, and that really helps me out a ton. So never gonna fucking try to be mean to you guys. I appreciate all you guys. Love you guys all. If Mixon is out, which he is, let's go Rashad White, Juju, Palmer, Pickens. What's up, Nick? P. Ryan over James Robinson, Knight. Yes, I agree with that. Zay Jones or Debo? Zay Jones or Debo? I'm going Debo. On a 4-win streak, 8-4 right now. You said Palmer is safer, but you'd go Juju. Juju and Palmer got me stuck. Fuck my life. Yeah, again, I think Juju has way higher upside, but Juju also might play like fucking half the snaps or whatever. And then, I mean, I think the Chiefs are going to score a shit ton of points, but I think everyone thinks that. So that's not a, I don't think that's necessarily a hot fire take, you know? And the Rams defense and DFS this week, I think that might end up being a fucking absolute disaster. Might end up being bad news bears for the boy. Justin Fields worth a start? I believe so. Thank you for the super chat, Don. I really appreciate that. Or Dan, sorry, not Don. Let's see here. Full PPR, pick 2. Thank you, Dan. I don't know why the fuck I called you Don. The boy can't read in the morning. Burks, Rashad White, Mac Hollins, J-Mo. Yeah, so J-Mo is... I'm not playing J-Mo. No way I'm playing J-Mo this week. J-Mo is going to be on snap count. So let's go Burks for sure. Got to lock Burks in. I think Burks can have a decent game. And then between Rashad White, Mac Hollins, and J-Mo, I'm gonna just have to go Rashad White. I think Mac Hollins could have a good game. I think Jameson Williams might like score a touchdown or something, right? Like he's gonna catch his pass, fucking take it to the crib or something. But I don't think he's gonna see like 50 targets in this game. So I think your safest option is probably just going with let's go with Burks and Rashad White. I think that's the safest option. Snorkel, bro. First off, Nick, you got me the dub last week by telling me to start Garrett Wilson over Devontae Smith and Sutton. So thank you for that. Now I need some advice for the same 3 players. PPR, if you only need 1, go Garrett Wilson again. Do you think Van Jefferson has a chance to produce today? Good DFS value today, but the Rams are so bad. I agree with you on that take. Thank you. You're awesome. Love the show. No problem, Dan. Yeah, I completely agree with you. I think he is a solid value play. The problem is the Rams. The Rams are absolute dog water. The Rams are absolute dick. Maybe a spark comes in the offense with Wofford, but I don't know. I don't know. Like, if you want to play Van Jefferson in one of your lineups, go ahead, right? I'm not advising against that. Like, I'm not saying that's a bad play. He's fucking cheap. How much is he? I'm on DraftKings right now. Let's see. He is $4,800. Zay Jones is 4,900. So I'd rather have Zay Jones for an extra $100. But yeah, I do think he's a decent play with upside. I do agree with you on that. I'm getting a lot of I'm going to be playing a lot of Trevor Lawrence stacks in DFS this week. Uh, Raifari, again, I'm a fucking dumbass. Rafari, again, if I pronounce your name, Cooper, I am very sorry. Just so you know, very sorry. Should I drop Isaiah Pacheco for Jameson Williams? I'm going to tell you no. Because while I think Jameson Williams could have a great push to the end of the season, and he could take you over the top and be the reason why you ultimately end up, for instance, winning your league, right? Jameson Williams could be a league-winning player. There's also a chance that Jameson Williams comes back this week on a snap count. Next week, they start to ramp him up slightly more. And then they try to ramp him up slightly more again the week after. And then we're in like week 16 and he hasn't really done shit. Whereas Pacheco, you already know his role on the offense. $11 on Yahoo. That's really cheap. Jameson Williams is he's a good player. Like, I think there's reasons to potentially start him, but I'm not doing that. I ain't doing that. I ain't risking it. Calabasas. So I'm playing Pacheco and I'm keeping Pacheco. There's no way I'm dropping Pacheco for Jameson Williams. I think that would be a huge mistake. Especially since Pacheco has league winning upside as well. Did I ever draft Joe Mixon on one of these things? Checking my underdog teams right now for this week. I don't think I did. Yeah, so yeah, I'm not dropping Pacheco. I think that's a little bit crazy because again, I like Jameson Williams a ton, but there's no way that I could possibly cut Pacheco. No way. Rick, thank you. Need one. Gus Edwards or Jeff Wilson. Look, I might be really down on Gus Edwards and he might have a big game, but I don't trust Gus Edwards. I'm just being honest with you. I don't trust Gus Edwards at all. And maybe that's going to be my demise. Maybe Gus Edwards goes fucking nuclear this week. Jeff Wilson does have a tough matchup. But I think going away from Jeff Wilson, who scored a touchdown in every single game, who feels like just guaranteed points, feels wrong. So I'm going Jeff Wilson. Felix, thank you for the super chat, my man. Let me find your question in chat. Felix's question is, oh no, Felix didn't ask his question yet. So Felix, make sure you ask your question in the chat and I'll answer it. Mon-Ra or Olave and Mon-Ra, Juju or Christian Watson, Rogers or Cousins, Amari Cooper or Olave. Cooper, need to. Oh fuck! Ask your question again then. Amon-Ra. Would you play Elijah Moore or Courtland Sutton? Courtland Sutton. Felix, make sure you ask your question in the chat. I will answer it. Everybody asking post, when is the album dropping? Better stash Mason or Price? I'd say Price. Deontay Johnson or Mac Hollins? Deontay Johnson. Ooh, Spock thinks Mason. We're a little different. Kyron, Pacheco, Wilson, Knight. Okay. Pacheco and Knight. Felix says Lazard or Judy? Point per first down? Or PPR? Oh, full PPR. Okay. Because there are people that play in point per first down leagues, and I assume that is the abbreviation of point per first down. Maybe I'm just wrong, but I think that might be. You know, baby, you don't get a free pass. All right. Lazard or Judy? Oh man, Lazard has been awful, but he's still getting targets and he's still on a team that I think can put up points. Oh man, that's gross. I think we're gonna have to go with Lazard. Both Lazard and Judy are absolutely disgusting plays this week, but I think I can see a way that Lazard just like scores a touchdown. Whereas Judy scoring is going to have to take every ounce of his body to juke every single person on defense out because Russell Wilson sucks ass and the play calling is terrible. So I'm just going to go ahead and lean with Judy. I'm going to lean with Lazard. Sorry, not Judy. Lazard over Judy. 704 4L. Thank you. It's 1220. Play Lockett and Metcalf or play Devontae Smith in place of one. So normally I'm not someone. Jesus Christ, the bots are in full come out here. Point per first down. Yeah, that makes more sense. PPFD. Normally I'm not someone who likes to just play every single player on the same team, but at the same time, like, do I really think that what's his name is just going to? Do I really think that Devontae Smith is going to guaranteed outscore Lockett and Metcalf? No, I don't think that, and I think Lockett and Metcalf are both safer, and they both have pretty high upside. The same way that we see what's his name have a lot of upside. So I think I'm just gonna go with Lockett and Metcalf. Dude, I just banned this bot and it's somehow back. What the hell? Fucking ban a bot. Bastard comes back. Alrighty. I'm swagging. Half PPR, Thielen, Palmer, Zay, Miles Sanders. Hit that like button. I agree. Let's go. We only have one option. We're gonna go Miles Sanders, man. Let's go. Browns or Jets defense? Browns. Hard choice. Pick up Samaje. Picked up Samaje. Mixon is out. Play him or Damian Pierce. I'm playing Samaje. Should I start Josh Jacobs? Yes. That's the move. Pirine over Elliott and Standard. I agree. Devontae Smith, Pickens, or Zay Jones? I'm going Smith. If Mixon doesn't play Pirine or Jeff Wilson, Pirine. Full PPR, Bam or Deontay Swift. I need every point I get. I'm going Bam. Ayuk or Collins? Ayuk. I hope Collins has a good game, but you are going to regret sitting Ayuk if he has a good game against the Dolphins. And I'm just fucking lagging like a motherfucker. That freeze frame, that was ugly. I looked fucking silly in that freeze frame. I need that money like the ring I never won. Who is your flex? Tyron. Rate my team 1 out of 10. Any thoughts? I have Pacheco on my bench. I think your lineup looks correct. I think it looks pretty good. 9 out of 10. Justin Fields or Watson? Fields, and then Monty or Pirine? Pirine. Fins up. What's up, man? Fins up. Gus Edwards, Kyron Williams, Patterson, Jeff Wilson, Knight. I'm going Knight. Dak or Rodgers? Dak. Hurst or Higbee? Hurst? No, I'm going Higbee. And then Evans or Rashad White? Evans. Mixon is out. Yes, Mixon is out. Yo, Nick, what's up? Mr. Meat Missile. Najee or Pacheco? Najee or Pacheco? We're going to go Najee or Pacheco. We're going to go I think I'm going Pacheco. Spock, if you answer my question, I might not see it. Okay. Tua or Jimmy G? Tua. Bellinger, Austin Hooper, Harrison Bryant, full PPR. It's fucking tough. I'm going Harrison Bryant. Browns or Commanders defense? Browns. Thanks. Najee or CPAT? Najee, Bam or White? White. Can't get myself to play Deontay over Collins. Deontay can't get 10 points. It's true. Deontay, you know what's the worst thing about Deontay? And something that sucks is like I was still correct in the offseason in my assumption that he was still going to get targeted regardless of who the quarterback was, that he was a immensely talented player that deserves targets, that he is this, that, the other thing. Like, I really talked him into the correct, like, I talked myself into exactly what he is. The problem is I didn't realize that the team was going to be absolute fucking ass cheeks and he dropped the ball a bunch of times. Like, I think I was right on him partially. Now, I'm not victory lapping him because he obviously hasn't been great or even good. So it'd be crazy to say that I was just correct or whatever. But I don't think it's that crazy to say that I was on the correct. I was on the path towards righteousness of Deontay Johnson. It just didn't pay off, and that's gonna happen every year. That's one of the things I've learned to accept. Is there's a lot of people who will get so pissed when like people mess up one take. Like at the end of the day, I'm gonna be right about a decent amount of things. There's gonna be things I'm wrong about, and at the end of the day, you just swallow the pill. And it is what it is, man. Fantasy is a tough ass thing to fucking figure out week in and week out. It will never be easy. Lawrence or Fields? Great question. Great question. I like both of these guys a lot this week. I think off of safety alone, when I think they have similar upside, I'm going to go Lawrence. I think I'm starting Fields over most people, but I really like this matchup for Lawrence. Lawrence is on a bit of a heater, and I think Fields might also not be 100%. Now, again, that doesn't mean that I think Fields is going to shit the bed. I think Fields is going to have an atrocious game because I think that would just be crazy to say at this point that Fields, when playing, it can't just drop 40 points and can't just wreck. Like, he could be the reason why you win easily. He could just put your whole entire fantasy football team on his fucking on his back. So I'm not gonna say that Fields is a bad play, but I'm going Lawrence over Fields. Thank you, Flight Zone Music again. I'm gonna go Lawrence. Really appreciate you, good sir. See here. PPR sit one. Evans, Dalvin, Montgomery, Bam night. Evans, Dalvin. Oh, I'm sitting Evans. Judy or Drake London. We're gonna sit. Judy or Drake London. I'm gonna go Drake London. Drake London is gonna be one of those my bigger misses of this year too. She doing things to excite. Oh, the college football playoff get announced? Because Schefter's tweeted Michigan versus TCU. I am not a big college football guy, and I will never pretend to be one. All right. Before we got into the rest of these questions here, make sure you guys hit that like button. Got to give you guys a quick word for our friends and our sponsor of today's stream, BetMGM. Now, if you're a brand new user to BetMGM, you click on the link in the video description down below. You'll be able to activate this offer. Again, if you're a new user, you bet $10 on any World Cup pregame money line. You receive $200 in free bets as long as a goal is scored during the World Cup, which is guaranteed to happen. A team is guaranteed to score a goal in the World Cup, so you're guaranteed to get $200 in free bets, whether your bet wins or loses. This offer expires today. So if you ever thought about, I'm on the fence, do I want to do this? Do I not want to do this? Today's the day. This is your last chance. We'll be pivoting to a different sponsor next week. So that's just how things go. That's how the cookie crumbles. So if you want to take advantage of it, make sure you do. Right now, again, bet $10 on any World Cup pregame money line, win $200 in free bets as long as a goal is scored in the World Cup, which is guaranteed to happen. You just click the link in the video description. Please make sure you check it out. It helps me out a ton. And I like how people leave when I do an ad for like 30 fucking seconds. Like people can't wait 30 seconds for me to pay the fucking bills. We keep the lights on, you know. Damian Pierce, Garrett Wilson, Pickens, or Christian Watson? Going Pierce and Garrett Wilson. Is Lattimore playing? It's up in the air, and he doesn't play until Monday. Yeah, Dad, go with Fields over Brady. Fields or Deshaun Watson? I'm going Fields. Higbee or Everett? Everett. Would you play Donovan Peoples-Jones? Yes. Conklin or Everett? Everett. Alvin Kamara, JT. I predict Watson will have a terrible game. A lot of people hope Deshaun Watson has a bad game. I don't know. I think Watson's gonna have a good game. But that's just me. Seems like a lot of people dislike Deshaun Watson. Pretty safe to say. Too young. Should I start or should I sit Mike Evans for Palmer's and Pickens? Worried about Evans getting locked up. Um, See, we don't know if Lattimore is going to play. I made the prediction a little bit ago that I don't think he's going to play. But again, I'm not a doctor. I'm not associated with the team. I have no idea. In reality, I have no idea. Now, I'm giving you my best assumption, and I'm never going to try to stray you guys away from an answer that I think might be correct. So That's just how I feel. So I don't know if Lattimore's gonna play or not. I don't wanna die too young. Mike White or Lamar. I'm going Lamar. Olave or Pacheco. Olave. Jeff Wilson or Isaiah Pacheco. Pacheco. Keep playing Kansas City or pick up the Steelers. Steelers. Safest play of Tua, Watson, and Fields. Safest play is Fields. Safest place is Fields. Who do I drop? Trevor Lawrence, Watson. I have Dak for P. Ryan. I'm dropping Lawrence because I think Watson could be a top 5 quarterback. I don't think Lawrence is going to hit that. Dr. Nick. That's a fact. I'm a doctor. DPJ or Burks. Burks, Hunt, or Kyron. Burks, and then I'm going Hunt. Zonovan Knight or Peoples Jones. Zonovan Knight. Start Tua. I agree. Tyreek, yeah, I agree with you. Tyreek can get open on any team. I think people are highly underrating what the fuck the Dolphins are about to do today. I don't know if the Dolphins are going to win, but I think the spread, I bet way too early because the spread was fucking 4, went down to 3. I was like, or went down to 3.5. And I was like, dude, people are going to start hammering the Dolphins. Like, it makes no sense that the 49ers are 4-point favorites. Like, let me get it at 3.5. And now it's back at 4, and I've seen it at 4.5. And I'm like, fuck. I bet I have $100 on Dolphins plus 3.5, $50 plus 4, $30 on money line plus 170. I like the Fins this week, but I like the Fins every week. And I never try to like be disingenuous with you guys when we talk about this stuff because like in terms of betting, I'm always going to bet on my team. I always bet on the Dolphins. But in terms of like giving an actual analysis for what I would do in fantasy, I take the bias completely away. But again, when I'm building my DFS lineups and stuff like that, I build for what I think could happen and what I want to happen. And I want the Dolphins to win. So I build a lot of Dolphins lineups. So that's just how I do it. You know, it's my money. I can do what I want, baby. Pittman, Watson, Pierce, or Najee. Thanks. We're going Watson. Jackson or Fields today? Fields. Harris or Lazard? Harris. DPJ or Thielen? DPJ. Gus or Wilson? Wilson. Standard League, pick 2 wide receivers and a flex. Period A, period let's go. Pickens. Let's go Burks. Burks, and Zonovan Knight. Slayton, DPJ, Van Jefferson. Slayton. How do you think Jamar will do in his game back? I'm not sure, but I am going to tell you that I am playing him. I think you'd be fucking insane if you don't play Jamar. Certified crazy person if you don't play Jamar. Just call it how I see it. I'm playing his ass. If you waited for Jamar Chase to come back and you don't play him, you're crazy. Taysom Hill, Everett, or Moreau? Taysom Hill, Everett, or Moreau? Taysom Hill, Everett, or Moreau? We're going Taysom Hill, Everett, or Moreau. We're going Everett. Chase or Godwin? Chase. Need Zay Jones, Edwards, Kamara, Boyd. Going Zay Jones and Kamara. What's up, Nick? What's up, Kevin? How are you doing? Happy Sunday. Happy 7th day to you. You're in first. Congratulations. Lamar Jackson, Fields, or Watson? Fields. My favorite part about doing this job, not just talking to you guys, my favorite thing is at the end of the year when people send me screenshots of their teams that won the championship. Nothing feels better than seeing you guys win. And again, the comments that you guys won, that shit makes me very happy. I do hate though that the season's coming to a close. Sucks. Football is my favorite part of the year. So it sucks, but hopefully this year I get to actually watch a team in the playoffs I actually like. So again, your answer is Fields. Sean, Wilson Jr., Rashad White, or Zonovan Knight. We're going with the double. We're going double. We're going actually, I just said double White as if he's Zonovan White, but he's Zonovan Knight. Going Rashad White and Zonovan Knight. Fields or Deshaun Watson? Fields. Zonovan Knight, Fournette, Drake London, or Cooks? Knight. PBJ or DPJ? I'm not a big peanut butter and jelly guy. I just like peanut butter. I don't like jelly. What's the difference between jam and jelly, DC? You know that joke? I don't know if I should say it out loud. It's kind of a fucked up joke. But what's the difference between jam and jelly? If anyone knows what the answer to that question is, type it in the chat. And the curse words are not banned in my chat, so you can definitely just type the exact answer in the chat. And I will tell the joke if no one knows what the answer is. Chase or Godwin? Chase. Wilson or Watson? Wide receivers. Ooh, that's close. I'm going Wilson. Do I wait for Mixon? Mixon is not playing. Just FYI. Mixon's not playing. I'm going Pacheco. I'm going Pierce. He's not playing. You guys don't know what the joke is? What's the difference between jam and jelly? I can't jelly my dick into your ass. That's the joke. I heard that was like some prisoner made that joke in a video I was watching. I fucking laughed for like 20 minutes. DPJ Zay Jones. All right, look at Tyron giving a genuine answer to the question. Zay Jones, Burks, Sutton, pick 2, full PPR, and Fields, Lamar. So we're going Fields, we're going Burks, and DPJ. Not a bad joke. I don't think it's that bad of a joke either. I just think it's kind of fucked up to say, but because it's kind of funny though. But look at this. This is the true breakdown. If anyone wanted to know the actual breakdown of the difference between jam and jelly, it says Mixon is questionable though. I have read Mixon is out. Just so you guys know, whatever website you play fantasy football on is not always going to be correct. Shocker. They are not the best at reporting. You pasted that off Google. Let me read exactly what it says about Mixon. Then we'll get back on into things. Only 20 minutes until 25 minutes until kickoff, guys. Hopefully everyone's having a fun time. Doctors, Joe Mixon likely out, so he's not guaranteed to be out, I think. He hasn't cleared concussion protocol. I don't think he's playing. What happens when you don't play The Exorcist? You get you get repossessed. Pretty funny. Mike White or Lamar? Lamar. Mixon is Mixon guaranteed out? I guess I'm reading an old thing, but I thought Mixon was out earlier. Let me pull up his Roto World. The floor of the kitchen. I'm going Burks and then I'm going Hunt. Someone getting hit with that joke at work tomorrow. Don't want to get the what's it called on you know. Highly unlikely to play is the most recent update on Joe Mixon. When you hear highly unlikely to play, that more than likely means they're not going to play. I know. Must be jelly, because jam don't shake like that. Oh, mama. You're so big and fat. Jason Myers, good kicker this week? Yes, I like Jason Myers this week. Full PPR, Dak or Cousins for quarterback, and for flex, Najee Harris or Pickens. I'm going Dak and then Pickens. Gibson or Zeke? Zeke. Zay Jones or Jeff Wilson? Zay Jones. Half PPR, I already answered that one. It is Burks and Hunt. Slayton, DPJ, or Nico Collins? Slayton. P. Ryan, Brian Robinson, or Gibby? P. Ryan. Who are you starting? Herbert or Watson? Herbert. Pacheco, safe floor, Zay, big ceiling. Goff or White? Please help. White. Pickens, Patterson, Zeke, Thielen. Oh, shit, guys. I have to fucking... My God. I almost messed up so bad. Oh, thank God. I just had an epiphany. No updates on Josh Jacobs. The update on Josh Jacobs is that he is highly unlikely to play. Pickens, Patterson, Zeke, or Thielen. I'm going Pickens and Zeke. Godwin or Kenneth Walker, full PPR on 2 or Fields. Godwin or Kenneth Walker, full PPR, 2 or Fields. Fields and then Godwin. Full PPR flex and wide receiver. Going Burks and Donovan Knight. All right. Fields or Mike White. Fields. Zay Jones, Higgins, Pittman, or Watson. Higgins and Watson. All right, I gotta pull up my super flex team. I have to cut someone to bench. Or I have to cut someone to put Watson in my lineup. I'm gonna have to cut fucking Andy Dalton. I'm so done with Andy Dalton, man. The guy fucking sucks. Get off my team, pal. I'm keeping Jameis because I think eventually they will go back to Jameis. Need a big game out of the boy, Deshaun Watson today. When does a joke become a dad joke? When it becomes a parent. Very funny. Very fucking funny, dude. Mixon officially out now. Okay. Godwin is a dope name. You know what a sick name is? Fucking Zonovan Knight is a sick name. Tough spot for me, Nick. An extra screen so I can watch Red Zone. Oh yeah, dude. England ain't winning though. I'm just kidding. England's probably going to win. How can you start Pierce after weeks of disappointment? Because he's played against tough run defense. This is a bad run defense. I have Kyler, Deshaun, and Fields. Should I drop any of them for Zay Jones, DPJ, or Odell? No. Gus, Gibson, Gus, or Edwards? Gibson. And no, you don't. You're not foolish. That was the actual answer. I had no idea that was. Yeah, Jacobs is good to go. I had no idea what the actual answer was. The difference. I thought Jam and Jelly were the exact same thing. Is Fields a trap? I don't think so. Watson or Bam Knight? Watson. Kamara, Jameson, or Jamal Williams or Najee. Need two. Go with the first two. Zonovan Knight, Zeke, Rashad White, P Ryan, or Zeke, P Ryan. Zonovan Knight is a dope name. His nickname is also Bam Knight. So both Bam Knight and Zonovan Knight sound fucking sick. My name is so basic, I'm just Nick, I don't have a cool name. I'm just kidding. I like being Nick. But just not as cool as some other names. Spoil my night. Rashad White, Christian Watson, or Bam Knight. We're gonna go Watson. Will Watson play? Yes, he's playing. Barkley or Etienne? Barkley. Fields or Jimmy G? Fields. Debo is probable. I read that Debo is playing this morning. Hey, GOAT. DK or Watson, Kittle or Andrews. We're going DK and then we're going Andrews. Need a deep league quarterback play. Kyler on a bye. I'm riding with Kirk. Do I change it? Unless Mike White is available or Deshaun Watson, you're sticking with Christian Kirk. Christian Kirk, you fucking bastard, you dumb motherfucker. Kirk Cousins. See, smiling back at me. Hawkinson, Rashad White, or Pacheco. Ooh, I'm going Hawkinson. Zay or Smith? Smith. Dude, why does my brain fail me at times like this? Who the fuck is Smith? Smith Schuster? Frank, let me know. Let me know, Frank. My brain is having an aneurysm right now. Ain't no need to spoil my night. If DeAndre Carter goes fucking nuclear today, I might break my television. Just because I said that, I'm gonna put a lineup in with him because I know he's gonna go nuclear. I can already feel. I feel it. Sometimes I start talking about something and then I just feel instantly like my brain tells me, Monte Smith. Man, Nick, you're fucking stupid. Yeah, I'd go with Devontae Smith. Hello, Johnny. Debo, Deontay, Sutton, or Zay. I'm playing Debo. Debo's hurt. X is gonna be on Debo. Debo has been absolute dog shit except for on primetime. This game is not on primetime. He blew up against the Rams, blew up against the Cardinals, both primetime games. Debo is the safest out of the group. There's no way I'm playing Deontay or Sutton, and I feel like you're not going to be able to sleep at night, Johnny, if you start Zay Jones over Debo Samuel. So don't do that. Just go Debo. Talk about this a lot. Like, there's a lot of situations where if you play a guy, and then it's like, oh, I played the guy that like you just picked up off the waiver wire over like one of the best receivers in the NFL, and then one of the best receivers in the NFL ends up having a good game. You're gonna feel like an idiot. That's how I feel. Nico Collins or Juju? I'm going Mr. Corvette, Juju Smith-Schuster. Oh, man. I'm importing a million lineups right now. A million lineups. How many people do we have, Johnny, if you're still watching in the contest today? Jumbo Jets. Hello, Emily. Pacheco is safer. I feel like Carter is safe. I think Carter's going to have a good game. Any updates on Jamar? He's going to play Jordan. Etienne or Jamal Williams? I'd go Jamal. No, I'm going Etienne. Oh, man. Everyone hit the like button. Pick two. Nico Collins, Zay Jones, DeAndre Carter. Nico Collins, Zay Jones, DeAndre Carter. Let's go Zay Jones and Nico Collins. Fuck, marry, kill Deontay, Sutton, Thielen. Definitely got to marry my guy Deontay Johnson. Gonna kill Thielen. And I'm smashing Sutton. Let's ride. Is Josh Jacobs going to be limited or 100% workload? I have no idea. He was limited going into last week and fucking destroyed. Like, he was going into last week. Oh, he's banged up, this, that, and the other thing. And he went absolutely nuclear. Nuclear. So I'm going to have to think that if he plays, you're playing him. And my internet is absolutely shit in the bed right now. I can tell. Like, there's like a bar going up and down. So if I'm lagging a little bit, I apologize. I know what's happening. ETN or Mike Evans? ETN for me. Hey, bro. Jamal Williams or Gus Bus? Williams, Moreau, or Hurst? Moreau. I hope Palmer does better than Carter. I think he will. Zay Jones or Pickens? Pickens. Pacheco, Pickens, or Jeff Wilson Jr.? Pacheco. Gino, Dak, or Fields? Dak. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Let's ride. It's extra laggy, bro. I know it's extra laggy. It's because I'm downloading. Actually downloading anything, but my fucking internet just sucks the hammer down when I stream. Let's ride. Gino or Chris Field? We're going Fields. Let's ride. Here, let me close some shit down on my computer because I have a lot of shit open. Olave or Debo? I'd have to go Olave. All right. I need 2 more lineups. I got to build one for our contest with my friends. I kind of want to do 1 Tua stack. I feel like Tua's going to go fucking crazy. We're going to do it. You only live once. That's the motto. YOLO, as they say. Tua Tagovailoa. Have you guys ever seen that video of Rick Ross after Tua got drafted? Tua Tagovailoa. I really got to bench P. Ryan because I have Walker, ETN, and CMC. That's tough, but I'm actually benching CMC for P. Ryan. Make or break playoff push. Ride with Mike White over Kirk. I'm doing it. Let's ride. Walker or Jacobs? Jacobs. Pickens, Najee at the flex. Pickens. Ayuk, Jamal Williams, or Zeke? We're going to go Zeke. My favorite one, the real J-Do, is Broncos Country Let's Die. That one was funny. Watson or Jimmy Garoppolo? Watson. Tannehill or Carr? Carr. Cordell Patterson or Zay Jones? Zay Jones. Dolphins or 49ers? Obviously, the Dolphins. Not Knights or Murray. I'm wearing my Dolphin shirt right now, but it's actually invisible. See-through. I got the Gus, the green screen on. Knight or Murray? Let's go Zonovan. Again, you got to go with the guy with the sick name. My fucking light's about to turn off. Let's see here. Wilson Jr. and Knight. We got to go Knight. Dak or Deshaun? Dak. Dak or Fields? 4-point quarterback. Dak. Rashad White or Ayuk at the flex? Gonna go Ayuk. Ayuk's been extremely consistent. Fields, Dak, or Lawrence? Gonna go Dak. Non-PPR. Non-PPR is a flex. Zay Jones or Collins? Zay Jones. Monty or CPAP? Monty. Toughest decision of the year. Watson or Keenan? ETN or JT? I have Walker and Chubbs, my running backs. Watson or Keenan? Watson or Keenan? Let's go Watson. And then ETN or JT? ETN or JT? No, you can't go Watson over Keenan. I'm sorry about that. Keenan and then ETN or JT? I'm going JT. Steelers or Seattle D? I like the Steelers D. Are you rooting for the Jets today? Normally I don't root for the Jets, but I am rooting for them today because I hope they make the playoffs so that the Dolphins get a free win in the playoffs when they play against them. Saquon or Garrett Wilson? Let's go Saquon. Broncos country. Let's die. Okay, Nick, last time. Money on the line. Gun to the head. We're going Joshua Palmer now. Gino or Cousins? Gino. Chef Gino, baby. All right, is Tua, do we just have Tua's projections to be absolute dog shit? Because these Tua lineups are projecting to be a disaster, so I don't think I'm going to play Tua today. Our projections are looking no bueno, as they say. Let's go with the Gino lineup. Oh, fuck, but I don't want to do a run back with Gino. Tits McGee. Got 12 minutes left. How many limes do I got left? Shit. Garrett Wilson or Keenan? Love Wilson's matchup. I agree with you, but I go Keenan. Free win in the playoffs. Those are strong words, Nicholas. It's always a free win against the Jets, baby. Drinking all night, but we ain't done yet. Ray Lomas, thank you for the super chat, my man. Thielen, Peoples-Jones, Curtis Samuel, or Drake London? Great question. Curtis Samuel fucking pisses me off. Just so you guys know. I don't know what it is with Curtis Samuel, but I don't understand why his usage has been like this. I don't understand why he goes like so up and down in usage. He's like a bad version of Taysom Hill, basically, in my opinion. So that's what we're to ride with. We're to ride with Peoples Jones. Thielen had a good game last week. That was a little Thanksgiving pizzazz. I don't think he's got it again. All right. Everyone in chat right now that plays on DraftKings, I want to send a link right now in the chat to join our DraftKings contest. They're not the sponsor of today's video. BetMGM is, but I want to get some more people in this contest. We're going Peoples Jones. Share a link. It's $10 to enter if anyone wants to join. First two places get paid out. Samaje Perine or Pollard? Let's go Samaje Perine or Pollard. Let's go Perine. What's up? Should I start Perine or Ken Walker? Walker, why are you taking White over Goff? Just curious. Because Goff doesn't have that upside that White has. Like, Magic Mike White could go out there and absolutely ball. Like, I don't really see a game scenario where Goff goes out there and scores the amount of points that Jeff Wilson Jr. can. I just don't think so. I'm going to make a Magic Mike White lineup right now. That's a good idea. The boy, Mike White. Also, the Vikings have the 27th best pass defense in the NFL, and 27th best is really bad. There's 32 teams. Pickett, 2, Fournette, Patterson, Pacheco. We're going Patterson, Pacheco. What's good, Nick? 2 or Lamar. Thanks, man. We're going. What's up, Rodney? How you doing, my man? Let's go Lamar. Start one. Pierce, Shaw White, Perine, Swift. In standard, we're going Pierce. Dude, it is so fucking cold in my room right now. It's 65 in my room. I'm freezing. Thinking all night, but we ain't done yet. All right, we got 9 minutes left. 9 minutes. Nick, my boy, pick 2. Ayuk, Zay Jones, Pollard, or Palmer. Let's go Ayuk and Palmer. Joe Shiesty or Herbert. We're going to go Shiesty. Dalvin, Pierce, or Zeke. Dalvin, Debo, or Perine. Perine. Pickens or Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson. Pacheco, Najee, B-Rob, Gus, pick 2. Pacheco and Najee. My guy, what's up? Kyle Fins up. Thanks, Nick, as always. See you in a day or two for next week's stuff. Thank you, man. Make sure you guys watch all the content. I think the videos recently have been a lot better. I think I've gotten better at making videos, which shouldn't be a shock, obviously, because like when you do stuff for a while, you're just inevitably going to get better at doing it. But yeah, I've been doing a lot. I think the videos have been a lot better recently. All right, putting together a Mike White lineup right now. Travis Etienne or CD. CD's nuts. We're going to go CD. Joe Mixon will not play. Perine or Cooper? Perine. Jackson, Fields, or Watson? Fields. Travis Etienne or CD? Full PPR. Go CD. Thoughts on running back Mason per Jimmy G hinting that he would get a lot of play this week? I think he's interesting. I'm not playing him this week. I think you'd be a little crazy too, unless you're in a super deep league. But yeah, I think it is promising. Did you guys see that everyone was wearing Mike fucking White t-shirts on the Jets. So funny. Zach Wilson must be down astronomical. Like, the team has shifted on him so hard. There's no way he's a Jet next year. I feel bad for the guy, but honestly, I don't, because I thought he was going to be good coming into the league, but after his performance in his first year, look, I'm not quick to judge. I'm not quick to say that some guy's a bust. But I did not think he looked good in his first year. And I don't know. I just don't really see it with him. I just don't think he's that good. Still going Pollard over Patterson? Yes, sir. Fins up. Long time. Sucky, sucky, $5. I agree. I agree, man. Hope everyone in chat is having a great day. Green honey's in my safe. I got whole racks. All right, guys. When you said Magic Mike White lineup, lol, I was thinking about something else. My bad, Nick. No, I'm talking about fucking Magic Mike, the quarterback, not the film. Even though that is a good film. As if I've ever seen that movie before. It's like I have watched it once. Pretty electric. Channing Tatum's fucking hilarious. He's one of my favorite actors. Also looks good without a shirt on. Pause. P. Ryan or Cooper? P. Ryan. Thoughts on his team heading into the playoffs? Pretty solid running back. Your tight end is kind of lacking, but besides that, really good. White, Watson, Palmer, also Jackson or Fields, and why? I'm going Fields over Jackson. Better matchup. And then Watson, and then Kamara. All right, we got 5 minutes to put one more lineup in. I'm just going to build this one real quick. Real quick with it. Real quick with it. Love you too, man. Procrastinating here. I need to go out and fix the car. Go fix your car real quick, man. Then you can enjoy the rest of the stream. Or not enjoy the rest of the stream. Enjoy the rest of the day. Not having to go do that to your car, you know. What's up, bro? Pick one. Olave, Piran, or Williams? Piran. All right, I need to put all my regular lineups in. Should I be worried about Mike Evans against the Saints? Yeah, I am worried, but I don't think Lattimore's going to play. Is Palmer in a better spot than Pollard today? Yes and no. Yes and no. I'd say yes, slightly. 100 bands inside my shorts to Chino, the shit. Hey. Sutton, Palmer, or Campbell, standard, Palmer. Najee or P. Ryan, P. Ryan. Steelers or Green Bay defense, Steelers. Pick one wide receiver and one flex. McLaurin, Burks, Donovan Peoples-Jones, Edwards, Murray, Pacheco. Let's go McLaurin and Burks. Yeah, everyone, best of luck this week. That's a fact. Judy or DPJ? DPJ. Lashard? Lazard, Cordero, or Gus? Cordero. If Lattimore plays Rashad White over Evans, yes. Yes. 100%. 100%. Fuck, guys. I don't know if I should play Godwin. Or, I honestly don't want to play McCaffrey this week, but benching McCaffrey is crazy. But I also think benching Watson, I need to win this game. I'm having an absolute mental breakdown trying to set my lineup right now. I don't know if I should go with Watson or fucking Godwin. Because fucking Watson's been so good, but Godwin's doing good. We're going Godwin. We're going ballsy here. Let's just hope this fucking hits, man. I need a win. I need a victory. I need a W in this league. Best of luck, everyone. Have a great Sunday, everyone. I agree. Jamal Williams or Pollard? I'd go Pollard. Nah, I'd go Jamal Williams. Who would you rather have a tight end between these four in fantasy? Frymouth, Kittle, Schultz, and Higbee, I would rather have Kittle. Latest on Fournette, can I wait for Monday? I don't think he's going to play, personally. But again, that's just a lean. I don't 100% know if that's going to be true or not. Sleeper. We gonna get it. Patterson or Thielen? Thielen. Should I start Debo, Swift, or Alvin Kamara? Kamara. This shit is getting real. Let's go, everybody. Let's go. Godwin. Sutton, Thielen, Palmer, DPJ. Let's go. Fuck, that's a tough question. I think I'd go Gotta go Palmer. Smash that like button. Thank you, Ben. Make sure everyone hits that like button, baby. Star to flex, Debo, Swift, and Alvin Kamara. I'm going Alvin Kamara. Sutton, P. Ryan, or Antonio Gibson. We're going P. Ryan. My roof looked like a no-show. Got diamonds by the bolo. Fournette this week, I don't think he's going to play. Bench Tua for T-Law, Brady, or White T-Law. Pierce or Najee? Pierce. All right. Any updates on when Dallas Goedert and Darren Waller are coming back? Week 15 for Goddard. I don't know about Waller. Mariota or Mike White? I'd go Mike White. Hollins or Burks? Burks. Godwin or Jamal Williams? Godwin. Dak or T-Law? Dak. The Dak attack. I hope my fantasy team fucking wakes up this week and actually does something. So many bad weeks. Najee Harris was out of a night. It's out of a night. Rashad White or Palmer? Palmer. Carter or Jamal Williams? Jamal Williams. Carter's not playing. Oh, DeAndre Carter. I'd go Jamal Williams. Half the Broncos didn't attend Russ's birthday party. If you were a team, would you have gone? So the way I think about this is Russell Wilson's a grown ass man. When you are at that age, do people actually go to other people's birthday parties? And I don't think so. I don't think there's normally like 35 people at a birthday party for someone at that age. So I will say it's actually kind of impressive that that many people showed up. That might be a fucking galaxy brain thought process, but I honestly think it's true. So that's just kind of how I feel. I would not have went because I hate Russell Wilson. Guy's a scumbag, but yeah. Lazard or DeAndre Carter? Lazard. Thanks, Nick. You're awesome, bro. No problem. Flex one. Carter or Jamal Williams? Jamal Williams. Etienne or Jamal Williams? Etienne. Is it hard to say Darren Waller has been a bust this whole season? No, it's not hard to say. It's true. Straight up fucking facts. Look, injury can cause bust, but he was a bust while he was playing, so I don't think that's really that hard of a take, to be honest with you. I don't think that's really a crazy thing to say. All right. It is 1 o'clock. Everything has locked. I wish everyone good luck today in fantasy, DFS, all that. I hope you all have a great day. Your bets all hit. Is it hard to say? Yeah, I agree. Let Russ choke, Seattle fans. That's a fact. Love all of you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching today's stream. It is officially 1 o'clock, so it is time to end today's stream. Make sure you guys hit the like button and that subscribe button on the way out. I love you guys all so much. Watson or Olave? I would go with Olave. I hope you guys all have a great rest of your guys' day, and I'll see you beauties tomorrow in a new video. Let's ride, baby. Adios, mis amigos. Make sure you guys all hit that like button. Bye-bye.